Have you ever wanted to feel like you were flying? Well, one way to experience that freeing feeling is to go cliff diving. So today, I'm counting down my top 10 cliff diving spots in the US. Please remember though, if you ever try cliff diving, be extremely cautious. And if you don't have the experience or the nerve to jump, just sit back and watch others make the leap while enjoying the beautiful scenery in these areas. Crater Lake, Oregon. Crater Lake is not only one of the most breathtakingly beautiful spots in the world, with its clear blue hue and forest surroundings, but it is also one of the most energizing dives available. This is America's deepest lake, and the heights aren't nearly as frightening as some of the others on this list. But this is a national park area, and cliff diving is strictly prohibited, although many people do it anyway. The jumping spots aren't as high as others, making it a more practical option for those who want to attempt cliff diving but are terrified. The waters are tranquil, and the surrounding mountains and hills make for a lovely backdrop as you fall into the waters below. Be warned though, because the water temperature is extremely chilly, hovering around 55 degrees. Red Rocks Park, Vermont. Red Rocks Park is 100 acres of park area, but Lake Champlain is the highlight of this trip, with cliffs as high as 76 feet tall and small jagged gaps that make for a scary splash down to the frigid water below. Red Rocks is one of the most dangerous jumps in the country. Still, this jump remains a staple of Vermont culture, just like maple syrup. But if you're scared and want to try something less intense, there's a 40-foot ledge available, or if you're an inexperienced jumper, you can go for the pleasure of watching. Havasu Falls, Arizona. The stunning Havasu Falls are located on the Grand Canyon's southern rim on the Havasu Pie Reservation. To prepare for your leap, you must hike 10 miles to the famous falls and then ascend up to the rocks. Because of the rushing water, waterfall jumping may be a softer alternative to cliff diving. The water below is a unique turquoise color created from minerals that seep into the water. Young Havasupai males have used the falls as a rite of passage for decades. Today, adventurers hike to the crystalline waters, which offer many low to medium level cliffs for beginners. The drop from the summit, though, is almost 100 feet, making this a very dangerous jump. And while it is not recommended to jump from Havasu Falls, many individuals have done it and have lived to tell the story. Malibu Creek, California. This destination is just 1 hour outside of Los Angeles and is a wonderful addition to your list of things to visit while in the area. The surrounding rock cliffs can be scaled to varying heights, or you can trek to the summit and jump from there. If you're feeling brave, jumps from Malibu Creek can range from 20 to 70 feet. The pool below has sufficient depths for jumpers. The area is a little narrow, so just be sure not to miss. Kahekilis Leap, Hawaii. The mother of all leaps is Kahekilis Leap, and the Kaunalu Cliff is commonly known as the site where cliff jumping as we know it today first gained popularity. According to legend, in the 1770s, Kahekili, the Birdman King, invented the sport by making his warriors leap from the top of the 63-foot falls into shallow waters below to demonstrate their courage and loyalty or face the ultimate humiliation. So in essence, these guys jumped from a cliff because their friends did. Right now, I can hear my mother saying, "So if your friends jump off a cliff, are you going to do it too?" Now I know the legend of Kahekili's Leap may captivate you, but this is one of the most dangerous dives and should only be done by experienced divers. Of course, there are other rocks on the Hawaiian Islands that are quite popular to leap from, or you can just enjoy all of the other wonderful things that Hawaii has to offer. If you're enjoying this list of cliff diving spots in the US, please like and subscribe to this channel because I share destination ideas or travel tips every week and you don't want to miss it. And if cliff diving is not your thing, check out this video on the top US destinations for foodies. Possum Kingdom Lake, Texas. The lake, which is located along the Brazos River, is a favorite spot for relaxing, partying, and having a good time. The lake is over 16,000 acres in size, and its fresh water is especially enjoyable during the summer months. Of course, Red Bull, the energy drink that gives you wings, would hold a cliff jumping competition in 2014, and Texas, with its bigger is better mentality, provided an awesome venue. Participants tried to perfect their leaps from 80-foot high cliffs. As you stand on this vertigo-inducing 90-foot edge of Devil's Island, you face the prospect of plunging into Hell's Gate, a 55-mile-per-hour freefall. However, it is recommended that you stay within a 20-foot radius. Lake Powell, Utah. Technically, Lake Powell is located on the border between Arizona and Utah. The desert atmosphere and arid mood combined with a stunning large blue lake make for some impressive views. The yellow and orange rocks that surround the lake add to the blue water's contrast. Lake Powell is a well-known place for leaping off enormous cliffs, despite the fact that jumping off anything taller than 15 feet is illegal. But there are some 70-footers lurking around the lake, so if you decide to jump, use extreme caution and a lower ledge. Lake Superior, Michigan. The renowned Black Rocks, a center of interest for many Upper Peninsula locals, jut out along Lake Superior's coastlines and dare revelers to leap from its terrifying heights. Locals and visitors alike go to the area to watch the daring divers leap from the top of the Black Rocks. The water is deep enough to allow for a lot of diving, and the splash zone area is large enough that divers don't have to worry about landing. The summit, though, is terrifyingly high, so gather your courage and enjoy the sense of flight. Cave Point Park, Wisconsin. If you thought Wisconsin was all about cheese and not so much for aquatic extreme sports, you are sadly mistaken. Door County's limestone cliffs and tunnels have long been a paradise for outdoor enthusiasts, even if some prefer to stay in their kayaks. But please keep in mind that Lake Michigan's water levels change from year to year, so you cannot assume there will be enough room to jump if you decide to visit. So always check the weather and your surroundings before diving at Cave Point. Tally Lake, Montana. Tally Lake, Montana's second deepest lake, is nestled in a long and narrow valley, flanked on either side by rocks and tree-covered mountainsides. The lake is fed by water from Star Meadows, a large wetland upstream that lends the water a tannic acid color. The water is clean and pleasant, however, the black coloration makes the lake water darker than that of other lakes in the area. Tally Lake in Montana's Flathead National Forest has long drawn adrenaline junkies. There are a number of cliffs, including one that descends 100 feet and ends with a violent plummet into the lake below. The fall's pressure could cause considerable damage, so be cautious, because you're definitely putting your life in danger with this one. While cliff diving is not for everyone, it can add excitement and give you a great story to tell and amazing photos to share. Just always use extreme caution or simply enjoy the area with some of the other safer activities. Until next time, stay safe and remember, travel is life.